Welcome to this beginner-friendly tutorial on typecasting in C Sharp. Today, we'll explore implicit and explicit casting, the convert class, parse and try-parse methods, and boxing with unboxing. These fundamental concepts are crucial for converting data types safely and efficiently within your C Sharp applications. We'll guide you step by step through each topic, providing clear examples and practical tips to enhance your understanding. Let's dive in and master C-sharp typecasting. A crucial tip to remember is to always understand your data types thoroughly to proactively avoid potential runtime errors. Implicit casting happens automatically when C-sharp can safely convert a smaller data type to a larger one without any risk of data loss. This is a seamless process, for instance, converting an integer to a long integer or a float to a double. Let's walk through an example. Step 1. Declare your variables, such as an integer x initialized to 10. Step 2. Assign this smaller type to a larger one, like double y equals x. Here, y becomes 10.0. No explicit cast is needed because the conversion is inherently safe and automatic. A helpful tip is to always use implicit casting for type promotions, such as converting an int to a float, as this helps prevent manual errors and ensures data integrity. Explicit casting, conversely, requires you to explicitly instruct C# to perform the conversion, often carrying the risk of data loss. You achieve this using the syntax. Consider this example. Step 1. Declare your source variable, for instance, double D equals 9.7. Step 2. Cast it explicitly, and I equals D. In this case, I will become 9, as the decimal part is truncated. This highlights the potential for data loss, so extreme caution is advised, especially with potential overflows. A critical tip is to always check the ranges of your data types before performing explicit casts to avoid unexpected exceptions. For added safety, consider using check blocks to detect overflow conditions during these conversions. The convert class in C# provides a comprehensive set of static methods designed for various type conversions. It's particularly useful when dealing with mixed data types or when you need more robust conversion logic. Let's look at a step-by-step example. First, ensure you're using system. Then, you can convert a string to an integer like int number equals convert up to int 32. Similarly, you can convert an integer to a double using double dec equals convert dot to double. The convert class intelligently handles null values and will throw exceptions if the input is invalid or the conversion is not possible. A practical tip is that the convert class is excellent for handling conversions from database inputs or user-provided data, but always remember to validate your data beforehand to prevent unexpected errors. Parse methods are specifically designed to convert string representations into other data types, such as numeric types. However, it's important to note that if the input string is not in a valid format for the target type, parse methods will throw a format exception. For example, int number equals int. Parse will work perfectly, converting the string 456 into the integer 456. But attempting int parse would result in a crash due to an invalid format. The process involves two steps. Step 1. Obtain your string input. Step 2. Call the appropriate parse method. A key tip is to use parse methods primarily for trusted string inputs, such as data read from configuration files, but always wrap these calls within a try-catch block to gracefully handle potential format exception errors. In contrast to parse methods, try-parse offers a much safer approach to string conversion by avoiding exceptions. Instead of throwing an error on failure, try-parse returns a Boolean value indicating whether the conversion was successful, and it outputs the converted value through an out parameter. Let's look at the steps. Declare a string input. For example, string input equals 789. Then, use an if statement. If // use result, else // handle error. This method is perfect for handling user inputs where the format might be unpredictable. A crucial tip is to always prefer try-parse when dealing with untrusted or user-provided data, as it prevents your application from crashing due to invalid input formats, leading to more robust and user-friendly software. Boxing is the process of converting a value type, such as an int or bool, into a reference type, specifically an object, which resides on the heap. This operation incurs a performance cost due to the memory allocation and copying involved. For example, if you have int I equals 5, assigning it to an object like object O equals I performs boxing. Unboxing is the reverse process, converting a reference type back into a value type. For instance, int j equals O unboxes the object O back into an integer j. The steps are: Step 1. Box implicitly by assigning a value type to an object. Step 2. Unbox explicitly by casting the object back to its original value type. A vital tip is to minimize boxing in performance-critical code, especially within loops, as it can significantly impact execution speed. Consider using generics as a more efficient alternative. We've now covered the essential aspects of typecasting in C#, including implicit and explicit casting, the versatile convert class, the parse and try-parse methods for string conversions, and the concepts of boxing and unboxing. A key takeaway and tip is to always prioritize safety in your code by using try-parse for untrusted inputs and employing check blocks for explicit cast where overflow is a concern. We highly encourage you to practice these concepts in your own C# projects to solidify your understanding. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Subscribe for more insightful content and continue your learning journey.